Secret trips, Snapchats, subtweets, man, they would be pissed. I still reminisce about how your body move to the grooves in my fingertips, and if they only knew all the things.
What did I just do?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Naturally Cherie, and this is my 1 month lock update. So, in this video, we'll be discussing things that I've changed, things that I've noticed, my experience with my starter locks, as well as 5 things people never tell you when you're starting locks. So, if you want to see this video, if you want to hear about my experience, if you want to know what you need to know before you start locking your locks, keep watching. Whew. So guys, it's been a while. It's been a month since I've uploaded a video. To be honest, I just felt like I was looking crazy and I refused to put out a video. But here I am. I am 1 month in, and this is what, they're looking like. I'll give you a closer view. Frizziness. So, this is how they're looking now after a month. For those of you who didn't watch my starter locks video, I'll drop that in the description box below. For that video, there were a couple of things that I did that I now advise against. As well as I changed the number of threads that I had. So first things first, I started my locks with Moray's lock gel, and I also used spritz. Don't use spritz.
Don't use spritz.
Don't use spritz. It flaked up so bad. And it's an alcohol product, which is crazy because you would think that me, everything about natural hair would know not to use alcohol products. We're still trying to get the hang of this dreadlock thing. But a lot of the things are the same. So if I don't use alcohol in my natural hair stuff, why would I use it when I'm locking? It just didn't even make sense. And I still did anyways. But do not use spritz. Please don't use spritz. I started my lock journey with 116 locks. Since then, I've gone back into them and I combined a whole lot of them because 116 was just way too high of a number for me, and especially for the size that I want. I want more of a medium size, so I'm now down to, I think, 87. Yeah, I chopped that number right through because it was just too many. So I'm now down to 87. I feel more comfortable with this number. I like the fullness of them. I really don't know how full they're going to be once they start to bud, but as of right now, I like them. Anything else in the first video that I needed to change? I think that's it. Just don't use spritz, and make sure that you know what size you want. It breaks down by the density of your hair, how big the parts are, how thick your hair is, and all of those things. A lot of factors go into it, so there's really no 100% sure-proof way to know what size they're going to become, but you can kind of have a close idea. So we're hoping for medium size, so we'll see what happens as this journey progresses. Cool. All right. I'm gonna take these little buttons down. I'm gonna show them to you. I just need to leave them in for a little bit longer because they make me feel better about them. I also wanted to discuss with you guys 5 things that people don't tell you about your starter locks. And they should tell you, but they don't. It'll probably scare us away. But I'm gonna tell you those things. Your hair is going to frizz out of this world. You know, they say, oh, you're gonna have some frizzing. No, let's not lie to the people. You're not gonna have some frizzing. Your entire head will be a frizz ball. That is it.
Frizz, on top of frizz, on top of frizz.
It's very stressful. I've been hiding from the camera because of all this frizz. It's just like, look at this. It's just like, where do you belong? It's like right here. I just can't, not right now. I will though. But you know, you get the gist. Like, it's just, they're frizzy like everywhere. You can't, you know, see the parts. I like when people have like their locks and they're like messy or whatever, but like my entire strand is just frizz. All of this is just frizz. So the levels of frizz will be disrespectful. And there's nothing you can do about it. You might struggle with dry scalp, like dry, itchy hair, because you don't want to wash it as often. You see people who can say you can wash it as early as 2 weeks, and some people who say wait as long as 5 weeks before you do your first wash. I wanted to be grown, and I did a wash at 2 weeks, and it'll unravel. Like, it unraveled like crazy, and it just wasn't in my best interest at all. So for me, I've decided that I'm gonna wait a little longer in between washes because I just need to give my hair some time to just do what it does. Now, people do say that water is great for it, which is why I do have a spray bottle, and it has like a little bit of salt water in it. So it kind of helps with the locking method, so it still gets that water. But other than that, really researching your hair and what would be best for your hair, because people are going to tell you, oh, when I had locks I did this, or when I had locks I did this, and it's going to differ from person to person. Because like with my locks, I don't really struggle with the dry scalp, I just struggle with the frizziness, and I wanted to tame it. Whereas my girlfriend, her hair, she's been struggling with the dryness, the itchiness, and all of that stuff in her scalp. And so yeah, you'll have to pay close attention to your hair and your hair's needs. Your hair, some of them may unravel. I had a few in the back that were like, I can't really find one, but they start to unravel a little bit. And from what I've researched and found is that just leave them alone. They will, you know, they'll kind of find their ways back to each other. They might look a little funky, but they'll find their way back to, you know, the wherever direction or wherever they need to be, and you won't have to worry about it. So you don't have to keep going in and retwisting them. Just kind of let it go. You will find it difficult to make them presentable. It's hard to like make them look good sometimes because the frizziness is so bad, and so you might feel a little self-conscious about, you know, going out or trying to get cute or whatever the case may be, but it's okay. You'll find stuff. There's a lot of different videos and pictures about like how you can style your starter locks and stuff like that. And so, you know, you just have to experiment a little bit without, you know, tugging too hard, because you don't want them to unravel. But, you know, mine have been hanging pretty tight. We've been chilling. And so you'll find styles for them. But at first, when it first starts to happen, you'll be like, what am I going to do to my hair? Especially if you work and you have to go to work or you have to go to school and you don't want to. But I think this has taught me a lot, because anyone who's followed my channel knows that my hair is usually very neat and just like down to the baby hairs. Y'all know, like perfect, slate, you know, all that stuff, especially when it's in a puff. And I think this has kind of been trying to teach me to just kind of like, it's okay. It doesn't, you know, baby hairs don't have to be slayed. It's okay. It doesn't have to have every single one of your hairs in one place. It just kind of lets your hair naturally do what it wants to do. And so once you kind of embrace that, bring it on, frizz. And that brings me on to point 5. It is a very, very personal journey. What it, you know, opens up for you, what it creates for you will be completely different than the person to the left of you. And so, you know, a lot of people do it for spiritual reasons. A lot of people do it for maintenance and time management reasons. Some people do it because their families are locked. You know, I did it just because I just wanted to better connect with myself. And I remember when I first chopped my hair off for my natural hair, it was a very liberating feeling, and having to identify with that person in the mirror. And once my hair got longer, I felt myself hiding behind my hair again. And that I really wasn't embracing who I was. And so, you know, even when it was natural, it still had to be like perfect all the time. And it's just not, it's not perfect, and that's fine. And so I, you know, I'm here, I'm doing my video, and I don't have any makeup on. Well, the brows are still done because I haven't gotten to that level yet. But there's no, like, you know, foundation or nothing else on, because my skin has just been trying to really recuperate and really do well, and I just want to give it time to do that in my hair. And I'm starting to feel more comfortable with my starter locks, even though they're messy and they're not perfect, and that's fine. I don't mind that. It's cool. I like them. And so, yeah. They're pretty dope. Falling in love with them. Okay, as promised, I'm going to take my buns out so that you guys can see what they're looking like, you know, in the front. All right, so there's one side out. And here's side number 2. So right now they're gonna be a little funky because they're just kind of everywhere. And so this is, you know, for a lot of them, you still notice that they're still really coiled. And you can see that they're just coils. And then for some, you'll start to notice that they are attempting to, you know, do their little thing. So I don't really know what that's doing, for real. And there's this one. So, you know, they're gonna move at their own pace. Also, one thing I forgot to say, I did interlock, I think, about 4 of them. And interlocking is just another technique, but they usually are what people use to get instant locks, because they'll like weave it into your hair, like just like with the needle. I did have to crochet like 4, the 2 right here on the sides, and then like 2 up here. My hair is extremely soft in the front, and they were not staying for anything. So I went ahead and I interlocked them at the root so that they would stay put, so that they were able to go through their locking cycle. Hopefully I can just continue to maintain them with retwist now that I've interlocked them once without any issues, but we shall see. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And so this is what it looks like. Okay, so this one right here is, you know, a retwist, and so it's looser, and then the one right next to it is also a retwist, so don't mind me. I'm gonna bring it over across the way, and these 2 are interlocked. I totally forgot one of the things that people don't tell you. A lot of people start their locks when they are, you know, really, really short and they cut their hair off and they grew it out a little bit to start the locks. If you are starting your hair when it is longer, I need you to be ready for the shrinkage. Now, we know in the natural hair community, a lot of people hate shrinkage because they're like, oh my God, it makes my hair look so short, even though my hair is so long. Which we all know means your hair is healthy and it's, you know, bouncing back to its natural state, which is a good thing. And the same thing happens when you start your locks. So anyone who knows my channel knows that my hair was relatively long, poof was huge, and now it looks like I don't have any hair. They stop right above my neck. And we know that my hair is, you know, quite significantly longer than that. And so I did cut it before I locked up, before I started my lock journey. But even with the cut, it's still, you know, about right here. Okay. So it will shrink. They will look like you're wearing like these little short B2B locks, but you'll love them. You'll fall in love with them the moment that you put them in. And the frizz, the itchy scalp, the lack of expertise in styling will not keep you from enjoying your locks. You will enjoy them every single day. You'll have struggles. You'll have, you know, moments where you're like, oh my God, I really could just comb these all out again. And then you'll look at them again a day and you're like, oh, but I love them. I already love them. That's pretty much all I have for today. If I have any fellow subscribers that are also locked, please comment below. I would love to hear anything that you have to offer, any advice, any tips, anything like that. I do know I had a couple of people comment saying that they were locking up currently or around this time now, and so I have some lock buddies. And so if you guys want to drop comments below to let us know how your journey is going, how you felt in your first month and what it was like and all of that good jazz. But as always, thanks for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll do a lot better. Now, you've already seen what they look like now, so there's no reason for me to hide from the camera anymore. And just stay tuned, because I feel like the journey can only go up from here. So I don't want any of you to miss out on this slayage that's about to happen. See you guys next time. Bye.
They only know what's really going on with me and you. I think I late night rendezvous, so ain't on me heavy. This is getting messy, what we gonna do? Cause if they only knew, I know what to do with